Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel.
Hello! Today we're diving into something pretty futuristic, the 2026 Hyundai Nexo. Let's explore whether it really lives up to the hydrogen hype and if it's something you should seriously consider. 1. Is the car good? In this section, let's talk about how the updated 2026 Nexo performs, how it feels inside, the tech it brings, and what trade-offs come along.
Powertrain and driving dynamics. Okay, so here's a big deal. Hyundai has significantly upgraded the Nexo's powertrain. The new model now delivers 190 kilowatts, approximately 255 horsepower system output, up from its predecessor thanks to a more efficient fuel cell stack, plus a beefed-up power electronics system.
That's a major jump. According to Hyundai, that gives it a 0 to 100 kilometers per hour time of 7.8 seconds, noticeably faster than before. Plus, the battery capacity has been doubled to 80 kilowatts from 40 kilowatts, which helps support the fuel cell system.
On the hydrogen storage front, they've also increased usable hydrogen, up to 6.69 kilograms, thanks to upgraded tank design. That translates to a projected range of 826 kilometers WLTP after a quick 5-minute refill.
That's seriously impressive if real. And Hyundai also added a wake-up anti-freezing function to improve cold weather performance, plus better cell uniformity in the fuel cell stack for durability.
Driving-wise, reports say the Nexo feels smooth and refined. Because there's no internal combustion engine, power delivery is quiet and seamless, more like a high-end EV. Handling is comfortable, not sporty. It's more about refined cruising than aggressive cornering.
Also, Hyundai introduced some clever systems, an e-handling system which adjusts motor torque for better grip, and a smart regenerative system that tweaks regen braking based on navigation data and distance to the car in front. All in all, from a driving and performance perspective, the 2026 Nexo is a solid technical leap forward. Packaging, interior quality, and refinement. Now, let's check out the inside. Hyundai seems to lean into comfort and tech. The Nexo has a very spacious, well-designed cabin. There are premium relaxation seats with leg rests, which sounds super luxurious for an SUV.
Yup, and for passenger comfort, rear seats are more ventilated and can recline more than before. And there's better headroom and shoulder room. The center console changes too. They've replaced some gear selector buttons in favor of a column shifter, which helps declutter.
On the luxury front, they went big. 14-speaker Bang & Olufsen audio system, a 12-inch head-up display. It's very premium. Noise levels are reportedly very low thanks to aerodynamic improvements and sound-absorbing design.
And they didn't forget practicality. Cargo space is generous. Hyundai lists 993 liters behind the second row. So despite the hydrogen system, they found good packaging. So in terms of interior refinement and usability, the Nexo feels very well thought out.
Technology and safety. On to the tech side. The Nexo is not playing around. It has advanced driver assist systems, or ADAS, and Hyundai is aiming for top-tier safety ratings.
The fuel cell tech itself is pretty sophisticated. Hyundai improved the fuel cell stack, added a better coolant system, and refined the membrane structure to boost durability. There's also e-handling torque control, as we mentioned, which helps driving stability.
Regenerative braking is smarter too. The smart regenerative system adapts braking strength based on map data and distance to the car in front, which reduces driver input needed.
On cold weather reliability, they've got anti-freeze measures and better low-temp operability for the fuel cell. That's a real plus because hydrogen systems can struggle when it's cold. Safety-wise, they upgraded pressure sensors, added emergency relief valves, and better leak detectors in the hydrogen tanks to ensure safety.
Practicalities and trade-offs. Now, the reality check. What about practical usage? The range is one of Nexo's strongest suits. Hyundai claims up to 826 kilometers on WLTP from a 5-minute refill.
But here's the kicker. The hydrogen refueling infrastructure is still very limited in many countries. Even though the car can refill fast, if you don't have a reliable hydrogen station, you might be stuck.
And while hydrogen offers instant refuel compared to EV charging, the cost to run could be tricky. Fuel cell maintenance, possible servicing, fewer service centers might exist for hydrogen vehicles.
There's also the concern of cold weather performance, but Hyundai's wake-up function and improved stack help. On safety, while they improved hydrogen tank design, the risk perception around hydrogen remains for many.
All true. But for the right user, someone who drives frequently, values range and convenience, and has access to refill stations, the trade-offs might be very acceptable.
Verdict. Is it good? So, bottom line, yes, the 2026 Nexo is very good. It's not just a science project, it's a refined, performance-oriented hydrogen SUV with serious engineering upgrades.
I agree. For someone who can tap into hydrogen infrastructure, this is a particularly compelling choice. The driving experience, the comfort, the tech, all of that is top tier. But it won't be ideal for everyone, especially where hydrogen stations are rare.
2. Is the car worth buying? Value proposition. What makes the Nexo special is its unique value. Zero tailpipe emissions, fast refueling, long range, and a premium cabin. That's a rare combo.
Exactly. For someone who cares deeply about green mobility, but doesn't want to live with hours of EV charging, the Nexo offers a compelling best of both worlds, emissions-free driving with convenience.
But that value comes at a cost. Fuel cell complexity, higher production cost, and likely a premium price. Hydrogen vehicles are still a niche, so you're paying for early generation tech.
And don't forget resale. Being an FCEV makes it more specialized. Future buyers may be hesitant if hydrogen infrastructure hasn't grown.
Cost of ownership and running considerations. Let's break down what owning a Nexo might really cost over time. Refueling and range. You get a big range and very quick refills, which is fantastic. Infrastructure risk. If hydrogen stations are limited, your usability suffers. Maintenance. Fuel cell systems have fewer service centers and parts may cost more. Resale. The niche nature could impact resale demand. Fuel cost. Hydrogen is expensive in many places unless subsidized. Incentives. In some regions, there might be tax breaks or support for FCEVs, which helps. Experience. The very refined driving, quiet cabin, and futuristic feel might justify the cost for some.
Competitive alternatives and buyer scenarios. So, who should consider the 2026 Nexo? Ideal buyer scenario. You live somewhere with a decent hydrogen refueling network. You want long range, fast refueling, and a zero-emission SUV. You don't mind paying a premium for early adopter technology. You place high value on comfort, quiet ride, and advanced in-car tech. Less ideal scenario or buyer warning. You live in an area with almost no hydrogen stations. You're very cost conscious. You care a lot about resale value. You want AWD or rugged off-road capability. Alternative vehicles to consider: battery EVs, future hydrogen FCEVs, or traditional ICE or hybrid SUVs.
Overall recommendation, is it worth buying? My take, yes, if you're the right type of buyer. If infrastructure works for you, the Nexo is a fantastic, forward-looking zero-emission SUV with real-world usability.
But for many people today, it's a risk. Unless hydrogen refueling is part of your life already, or you're very committed to hydrogen as a tech bet, a BEV might be more practical and more cost-effective.
So, bottom line, worth buying for early adopters in suitable areas, but not for everyone yet.
The 2026 Hyundai Nexo represents an exciting leap for hydrogen mobility. It doesn't feel half-baked. This is a thoughtfully engineered SUV that delivers serious range, quick refueling, and a premium driving experience.
But its brilliance depends heavily on context. Without a robust hydrogen network, many of its advantages can't be fully enjoyed. The car is ready,
but is the world around it.
If you're in a hydrogen-friendly region and you're someone who values innovation, comfort, and zero-emission driving, the Nexo is probably one of the most compelling FCEVs you can buy today.
On the other hand, if your area lacks refueling or you want something more proven in the mass market, you might want to wait or go BEV instead.
In short, the 2026 Nexo is a beacon of what the future could be, but whether that future is for you depends a lot on where you are and how you drive.
Thanks for joining us. If you found this discussion helpful, don't forget to subscribe.
See you next time. Take care and drive safe.